The ideal brother Laxmana. When Laxman reached Sri Ram's palace, he saw Ram holding his head in his hands and sitting in a very gloomy atmosphere. Laxman was shocked. Dear Laxmana, I am very upset and sunk in grief. After Ravana's defeat and before returning to Ayodhya, Sita underwent the ordeal by fire to prove her purity and chastity. But it appears that some people in Ayodhya are casting aspirations on her character. It has come to my knowledge that certain Dhobi has been indulging in such talk, considering me to be of a questionable character. Because I accepted Sita, who had stayed in the enemy's house for a few months. How many times she should prove her chastity? How else should it be proved? And how many times? Laxman was angry. Who is this wretch? I shall punish him, so that none would dare dream of uttering nonsense ever again. Sita Mai is a divine woman. People will soon learn what it costs to cast aspirations on her character. No, Lakshmana, you shall not do anything in anger or out of a sense of vengeance. Kings and rulers cannot afford to behave this way. I want you to implement my orders without question. Promise me that you shall do so. Do you have any reason to doubt my loyalty? Lakshmana, I cannot even dream of distrusting you. Your faith and devotion to me are beyond doubt or comparison. You know the innermost feelings of my mind. I hesitate because I am going to ask you to carry out the most difficult of tasks. This decision has left me emotionally broken, and hence you must assist me in implementing it. I have reached an unfortunate decision of abandoning Sita. It seems we are not destined to live together for long. So, you take Sita in the royal chariot into the forest across the Ganga to Maharshi Valmiki's ashram and leave her there. It is you who will have to somehow break the news to her. You promise me that you shall carry out my orders. How can you bear to live without Janaki for even a moment? What will happen to this vast empire of Ayodhya? Lakshmana, I understand. I have no choice but to send Sita to Rishi's ashram. Lakshman finally had to fulfill the most difficult and painful task of his life. The next morning, he took Sita in the royal chariot and left her in the deep forest outside Maharshi Valmiki's ashram. Sita learned the truth behind her second exile from Laxman only at the last moment. It was left to Laxman to endure her anger and emotional outburst. Laxman was the second, the other self of Sri Ram. He lived for Sri Ram, thought about him only. He was the mirror image of Sri Rama's soul. Ram had absolute faith and confidence in him. What Ram could not do was assigned to Laxman. In duty and responsibility, devotion and dedication, he was equal to Sri Ram. Thousands of years have passed since the Ramayana. Laxman was the ideal brother then, and after countless years of the march of civilization remains so even today. What should brother be like? This question has but one answer. Like Lakshmana, just as you love yourself, you can always love your brother with the same degree and intensity. Let Laxman be our Adarsha, and let us try to be close to him in this respect.